Today's Salar Upclose will be a recap of the interviews conducted with prominent personalities over the past 4 weeks. This encapsulation will focus on the vision shared by our guests, Legislative Assembly Speaker U.T. Khader Fareed, Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao, Karnataka State Backward Classes Commission Chairman Madhusudan R. Naik, and Congress MLAs N.A. Harris and Rizwan Arshad, who appeared on the program.
Welcome to Salar Upclose. I am Mohammed Yusuf. In this special episode, I speak to Karnataka's Health Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao.
Our guest today on Salar Upclose is Karnataka Legislative Assembly Speaker U.T. Khader Fareed.
Like to scoop to very low level just for power or just for position.
In this Salar Upclose, Commission's Chairman, who is Karnataka's former Advocate General Madhusudan R. Naik, in a conversation with me, Nahid Ataullah, shares the modalities of conducting the fresh survey.
After months of deliberation and thinking over the greater bill, now it is coming to the cabinet review meeting. So what improvement will it bring to the administration of the GBS?
See, next week we would be coming out with the boundaries of the new corporations. So there will be a lot of difference in the administrative mechanism and structures we have now created through the Greater Bangalore Governments Act. Instead of one large corporation, there will be multiple smaller corporations which will be empowered, or which will be autonomous, and which will be decentralized.
Yes.
Right? So when you have an empowered corporation which is decentralized, it will be nearing the administration will be near to the people, and they can understand the needs of the people, needs of the area, and they can plan it better and execute things much better than how it is being done through BBMP now. So definitely it will be a game changer for Bangalore's development. That much confidence I have.
Recently there was a meeting and opposition was missing from the meeting. Yesterday, DCM DK Shrimal also said that
Then the opposition is not supposed to be there.
not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But they have been opposing it, saying that it's a betrayal to the Kannadigas, and because it's a GBA, there will be non-Kannadigas who will come into the top
That
position.
phase is over now because when the joint legislative committee was formed to review this act, review this bill, even BJP members were there. And then post that, they might have opposed it politically through through the party, but individually, almost everyone has supported it. And after the governor gave assent to the bill, we had called a meeting of all the opposition leaders. They had come there in Vidhan Sabha. We had a discussion, and we have taken care of their suggestions also. We have integrated everything into this bill. And now this bill is more or less everybody's, supported. Sorry, now it is an act. So it's like everybody more or less has supported this act. And we are going to implement it now. It's already in effect. But the new corporation boundaries were supposed to get finalized. By next week, it would go to cabinet. And
Okay. So, talking about, as we spoke about the benefits of the Act, the GBA, but there's an alleged rift between CM and DCM, and it has been cited that there's been a lack of funding to the constituencies because of that rift. Do you think that will affect the governance of GBA because of these kind of rifts?
that has nothing to do with this. This act is a futuristic act for Bangalore's development, to take care of Bangalore's needs, to understand new challenges Bangalore will face, to address the aspirations of Bangaloreans. This is something which is created irrespective of who is in power or who is not. Right? So this is an administrative structure, new model of urban governance we have introduced.
Okay.
So political issues, political differences, political challenges are part of democracy. When you have a robust structure to take care of Bangalore's needs, it doesn't matter what political issues are going on or what political challenges
You have always raised your voice when there has been an attack on the Muslim community. But your suggestion to the students when the Bombay government banned the wearing of hijabs, many felt it was a letdown because you said they should take the legal route. When Sidramaya, who was the opposition leader, supported the students.
See, I am from Bangalore. I know what the issue is there. We should understand the problem correctly. The problem is, until then, there is no objection that you don't wear. All degree students were allowed in all the colleges. Whoever college want to wear, they can wear and go. Those who don't want. In that particular case, it was a rule was brought in 11 years back that for the high school student there will be uniform. Uniform will be there. And for 1.5 years, that uniform was followed by the students. After COVID, out of 85 Muslims or 80 something Muslims, 5 or 6 people came with a letter saying that we need an opportunity to wear. After 1.5 years, there was no problem at all. After 1.5 years. Later, that time the principal said, this uniform rule is there. I don't have any power. The betterment committee will decide. The MLA was the betterment committee chairman. When they had a discussion, as far as I knew, there was an issue if that till no uniform was there, started by when Congress government was there. That uniform system was there. Sabhapati was an MLA on those days. Now, if you are changing the uniform system, you should give for wearing other things also for others. This discussion was there, as far as I know. Then that MLA, as a chairman of that school, he sent the matter to the education committee, what to do. During that time, this actually what should happen, the students should attend and see what was the order has come. Or if they are not willing to go, they should have sat at home. This, due to the instigation of few people, they go and sit on the step, they take a selfie and send it, and someone is tweeting from somewhere, their students is outside, no one, it is only raking up the feelings. 85 students are inside, the students, and they are coming, see, students for 9 years or 5 years, the teachers have taught them so nicely and helped them. They are coming and giving the statement, abusing their teacher, abusing the school. Papa, those students doesn't know. They are instigated by few people at that matter. And that time the decision was taken, then went to court, then that was spread to other places. The problem only was there. All our religious ulemas went and told the students, please, you have already studied, only 6 months is more, complete your one. As you come to our college, we will give the education there. And they said, we can wear only it's a girls' college, not a boys' college. It's only a girls' school. So they said, 2 lecturers are there who are gents. The management changed the lectures also. They transferred them to some other college, and then bought ladies' lecture. They brought them there back again. It was 100% ladies. This one was there. No, that is not possible. Again, these things were started. Then it blew up to every place. Kundapur, Mandya, everywhere. Then what happened? For the degree students, it was stopped. Because of few people instigating few students coming in between the middle of the place. And if they see the few students after 1.5 years, if there's some problem, they should have gone and sat at home, told their parents, I have got a problem. Until then, I won't go to school. They come from the school, this one. I'm asking, see, everyone should understand the issues. Then they started in Mangalore once. It was there. I said, you appeal to the court. No, we don't do court. We don't do. If this again, in one European only issue was raised up, again it's spreading to all the places. What will happen? Other students, there are 99% students who are studying inside. Even 1% of them creating this, they can't make the issue. Problem was there. At that time, if all were on a calm and quiet issues, nothing would have gone to court. Now any government changes, whatever changes what we could have bought easily. Now the issue is in the court, what to do here? All these things happens. So on that I said we should go according to the constitution and the rule of law. Okay. That is very much important. And in future also, the constitution and rule of law is very important for each and every one. And if after that, when all the religious people, ulemas, everyone said, few because they were, I feel, they were instigated by few people only, and the parents also don't have control on this. So I think because that thing is there, we all have to be clear on these things. We have to make a facility in a good way. We can't, when a problem comes, we have to solve the problem. Not a problem on problems, no.
Your department took the initiative of banning the color cotton candies, gobi Manchurian and kebabs. So what are problems did you face while implementing this?
We didn't face any problem. We went about doing our job and we told our people to inspect and check all these things. And wherever there was already some information that we had, those products were checked. And so one was to bring awareness amongst people that this kind of preparation is harmful and don't consume these kind of foods. Be careful before you consume. And also for those who make the food also, they also realize that they shouldn't be doing these things. So we gave, I think, quite a bit of awareness was given through this, and people became more, before doing something, before buying something, they started questioning it. So that is what we want. The people should become more aware. And whenever you eat outside, you should be careful of the way the food is prepared. So you saw the idlis, they were using plastic to steam the idli. So that is not good. So like that, many other things, bottled water we check, and so many other bakery foods. So on one, we take action against those people who are doing it wrongly. Second thing is to bring awareness among consumers. So our food safety department, I think after a long time, it was seemed to be an effective functioning organization. Yeah.
So the food safety department, they found out that 22 types of metals have been found in the tattooing ink. And you have also sought an intervention for the guidelines from the center, right? So how do you look at this?
That we have written because it is not coming under any rules or any laws. So we have written to Government of India also to see that some laws are made where they need to look into this and see how this can be monitored.
Yes.
So sometimes they use some chemicals which are not meant to be used while they're making these tattoos. So some sort of guidelines need to be evolved. So we've requested Government of India.
Sir, apart from the development now, recently the scraped census caste report, it has been allegedly the leaked report. What it says is that the minority should be getting via category 2B from 4% to 8% the reservation should be done. What's your take on this?
No, see, now it is not the question of only minorities. It's a question of every citizen. Okay, everybody. Now we are doing a caste census. When caste census is done, it gives more clarity on which community, which subcaste, which caste is there, how much out of 100%, how many are there. And then accordingly we can split the reservations and other things. So then, because the population is more, automatically minority will get more. So that is nothing, nobody is going to do any favor for that.
Okay.
See, if you are going to get SC/ST gets more because their population is more. Same way, this also. But then, of course, because today our government is here, and a good chief minister and deputy chief minister and good ministers are there, we should be getting it done.
Yeah.
Otherwise, some of the political parties are doing politics only between this.
Yeah.
Their everyday politics is only this one. So we have to understand that. So caste census happens automatically, things should work good for everybody.
So you being the minister in charge of the Dakshin Kannada, you also said you accused the fringe elements of inciting the violence to have this political game. So who are these fringe elements?
There are people on all sides, from all sections, and there are organizations which indulge in this kind of activities. And so there are extreme parties like you have BJP, you have SDPI. They're all extreme views, ideologies. There are other organizations working under them. You have the Bajrang Dal and all those kind of organizations. So even on this side also they have some other organizations. So these people are with the extreme ideologies. So these are the ones who cause all the problem. So that is what we are saying, that whatever they may ideology they may have, but hate speeches and inciting people, that we cannot allow anymore. So we have taken a very hard stand on that. And right now in Dakshin Kannada, anybody that what was earlier being put on social media, lot of was being done. Now almost 80% it's come down. Okay. Because police have become very strict. So WhatsApp messages and hate speeches and trying to send all kinds of false information, fake news, all that has been curbed a lot now in Dakshin Kannada.
And that is only because you curbed on the social media.
Social media is, I'm talking in social media, it's been curbed. And generally now, after all these incidents that took place, where few people have died, everything's been tightened up. So definitely we need to keep vigil, but.
So Dakshin Kannada, places like Udupi and Shivamogga, how are the anti-communal forces doing there, sir? How they are taking the...
Oh, they are there. I mean, BJP is a big force in those places. And so the communal elements are strong. So we have to make society more aware that this doesn't help anybody. And we have to create awareness among people that by supporting these kind of elements, they're actually harming our own society. So that kind of thing we have to bring about amongst most people are in the middle, but sometimes they get influenced. So we have to, those middle people should voice out. So we want to strengthen that voice.
So how are you planning to aware this to the people? So
by all our actions, and we had a peace committee meeting recently. We had called everyone, various organizations, and all various agencies, and and political leaders, business leaders, educationists, and we had this peace meeting in Mangalore, and it went off very well. So try to build that voice.
So like, in many of the speeches, Amit Shah has always stated that, post 2026 delimitation, on the pro rata basis, southern states don't have to worry about the delimitation process. But I've not understood how that will not affect the southern states.
See, our concern is when the last delimitation was taken up in 1971, when there was a cap on delimiting constituencies, creating new constituencies based on populations. And in the whole process of last 30-40 years, population control measures were introduced, and southern states dutifully obeyed that, brought our total fertility rate down significantly, and now we are currently standing at 1.6 to 1.7, right? Whereas the northern states, without caring for the population growth, they went ahead, and still their population growth is 3.1 to 2.8, an average, what I understand. So the states which adhered to the population control policy are being penalized today, and saying that you have less population, so you should get lesser number of seats in parliament, in the parliament. So if we have followed the law, obeyed the law, in the interest of the country, we have restricted ourselves to having lesser children, then if our representation in parliament goes down because we have been following the law, then what happens to our voice in the parliament? What happens to our bargaining capacity in the parliament? What happens when our bargaining capacity is not there, voice is not there, or weakened? We today as such, we are losing out on many things. We are just taxpayer states, them getting what we get, what we should get from the state. Our dues are not being given to us. What happens tomorrow is the question. Now, Mr. Amit Shah, as you said, has assured. Can we take Mr. Amit Shah's word on face value? How many assurances he and Mr. Modi has made to this country? On every occasion, it has turned out to be false. They are known habitual liars, which we have seen, and they cannot be taken seriously. We need to protest. We need to make it very strongly. The message has to be sent that southern states will not accept this, right? And that we are going to do until they understand. It's not about their assurance. It is not that they're doing some favor on us. It is a natural justice that when we have followed the law, we should not be penalized for being right. That is what we are talking.
Many look up to you as a Muslim leader from the coastal region, and they also want you to see as a Muslim leader of the state. But that is not happening.
See, I just want a clarification from you. What is Muslim leaders?
You have to stay.
Whatever wrong done by a few people, so I can't tell it's right, no. I have to go on the constitution. Talking on this one side is very easy, not difficult. I can talk whatever I want and I can be easy leader. But there will be a problem. Or talking this side, I can talk whatever I want. But catching both of them, we want you also, let us go united for a stronger India and stronger society, is a difficult work. But whatever difficulty is there, I won't leave my effort. Whatever the allegation comes. Always I can't be on, say whatever they say is right and do. When the mistake is done, I'll tell a mistake is done. Then only that we can be a bridge between the communities and the society. If like others say, what if they do the mistake also, if I go with the step, then who will be where the bridge will come in between the societies. And accordingly, some society is not the duty of an representative. Every household parent should come forward for the stronger and better India. There's a responsibility each and every one. See which is see the justice. But if something has happened, injustice has done by any community, if it's my own community, I have to tell my community's mistake. Don't do, because at least in future they won't do. Even I will join with them, they will do the same thing. How many years will continue fighting this way? There should be logic and for everything, no?
This socio-education survey, it was earlier planned for 90 days. It has now been crunched to 2 weeks. So, how is the commission going to conduct the survey in this short duration?
Well, that's really a misconception. We were given the window of 90 days to conduct our survey. The 90 days is from the day the government makes an order. The survey which we are expected to make involves several things other than physical survey at the ground level. It requires certain preparation. Preparation in the sense of preparing the questionnaire, identifying who should do the survey. Several aspects involve lots of preparation time. The enumerators will have to be trained. All that takes near about 1.5 months or 2 months. If you see the previous surveys as well, they have not taken, actual survey did not involve so much as is being perceived. Now we have identified the Dasara vacation as the time when the actual fields are going to be done. Factoring in that, we have started our profession. We had started much earlier as well, immediately after the cabinet decision. Now, hopefully we should be able to complete the preparation work, namely identifying who will survey, what are the questionnaires that are going to be asked, what is the scope of what survey, who is to be supervisory authority, who is to train, how it is to be trained at what level, and such issues which require to be addressed. It also needs printing of handbook for the benefit of the surveyors. So that's the time which is spent for preparation. So the actual survey would be, as I have as has been pointed out in the media, is 15 to 20 days. At least the time from 22nd of September to 7th October. That's when the teachers are on vacation. Now, the whole idea is that our survey should not affect the teaching program. Students should not be disturbed by the survey work because that is the mandate by the orders of the court. It says you should not take away the teaching value by the teachers any of this kind of a work of survey or enumeration even for the census, etc. Now, that being the case, we have estimated the time to be actually involved in survey work of about 15, only 1 or 2 days here and there. The earlier surveys conducted also physical survey involved only that result. Now, we have the benefit of advancement in technology. Unlike earlier Kantaraju Commission survey, we will be using the hand-read device which captures the entire data and automatically transmits it to the main server. Now, this survey work is, if the matter is taken from God and the teachers are involved in survey part, after having been trained, they will go from household to household. There's an estimated household of 1.35 lakh households, consisting of about 7 crore population in the state. Our task is to survey every household, every resident of the state of Karnataka. Now, that being the case, we have apportioned the number of surveyors required and how many houses he will visit and conduct survey. Hopefully, a surveyor should be able to survey about 8 to 12 households, which will involve about 30 to 40 minutes. And given the time frame, we should be able to complete that survey. Now, once the survey is done, now it is automated and gets captured in the main server. The analyzing of that data also takes some time. So the first 1.5 months, the survey work, and then 15 days, which we estimate is the requirement for analyzing the data or completing the survey work.
As chairman of the Backward Commission, so how do you view the caste discrimination which is deeply ingrained in Karnataka's social fabric? Does it pose a challenge to the backward classes movements?
It is basically for the government. And so far as the commission is concerned, our task, a statutory duty is to survey, examine the grievances of people who complain of either under-inclusion or over-inclusion, and advise the government. It is for the government to take a call on who should come in, who should go in, how much reservation should be given. That's the framework of the legislation. The question which you asked me can be answered by any lawyer if he has some knowledge about it.
You are a former Advocate General of Karnataka.
Yes. Now, way back when Constitution was framed, they initiated all these provisions for reservation, etc., taking note of the historical background, how a certain section of the society was suppressed. They were called as depressed class, and movements had started right from Sahu Maharaj's time, further down by Ambedkar. They all demanded some kind of a welfare measure being provided for the suppressed class. And that got crystallized after the debate in the constitution framers into provisions like Article 14, 15, 16, directive principles. All these are directed against ensuring equality. Now, in any society where there is a dominant caste and suppressed, they are required to accept the constitutional mandate. So therefore, even for political reasons, somebody makes an issue. Ultimate aim of the government is to bring about welfare of the citizens across the state. So I don't see any such, once people realize what is the purpose, how it is taking forward, why it is necessary, this kind of a outcry may not be there, hopefully. That's what I feel as a citizen of this country. But as I mentioned, it has nothing to do with our work. It's for the government ultimately to resolve if there is any imaginary feeling of the difference between one class of society and the
So one final question. Do you think there's a lacking of minority leaders in Karnataka, like leadership?
No, as of now, we are all together. We all have now mutually a good understanding. With at least within our party, all the minority minister and MLAs, MLCs, our political secretary to CM, all of us are together on one wavelength. We are all committed that when it comes to community, we should all get together and see that whatever best can be given to, because poor people, downtrodden people, uneducated people, homeless people, foodless people, all are in our community. So it's our responsibility to stand together and fight for them.
Yes.
So now we have a legislature forum also, minority legislature forum. I am the secretary for that. So now we are all together. President is Nasir Ahmad, our political secretary to CM. So all are there in that. So yesterday also we had a meeting. So we are all together. We are today, at least the minority leadership is together. We are not fighting each other. We have made it clear that we will not fight each other. We will fight for the community and for people at large. It is not only just for, we want, I'll tell you one thing. If we are around 5-6 of us, if only you eat food and you are full, you will be happy. No, everybody has to get. So it is not only for minority, Muslim, no, it is for everybody. Everybody gets things automatically. If rain comes, can the rain come only for somebody? It will come. So let the rain come for everybody.
But it's not, let's just hope that it doesn't flood.
No, let it flood also. Let's get prepared to take that one.
Okay. The right person has to take that decision.
No, it will happen. Not an issue. It is all going in a good way. Basically, between communities also, we have a very big moral responsibility to take everybody together. We're in a country where so many caste, community, religion, creed, all those things are there. In between that, we have to live like good human beings, which is very important.
Very important.
And people have to be selfless, not selfish. We find majority are selfish. He thinks only about his community. He thinks only about himself. My father, when I was very young, told me, you live only for you and your wife, your children. That is not life. If you can live for others, then your life has a meaning. So that is very important. We need to live for others. Otherwise, there is no meaning. You live, somehow you can go take a government job or a public job or a private job and you take salary and you can live for yourself. You don't have to break your head. Today we are putting our everything into here is to make everybody happy, do our best. So my request is that all of us, we have to grow beyond being a religious person to being a human being. Be a good human being. Then you follow any religion. That makes a big difference. If you are not a human being and you belong to any religion, it doesn't make any difference at all.
Sir, it was really great talking to you. Got to learn so much about you and the development of Bengaluru, and I hope that Bengaluru will definitely
surely
become the name what it is, like Silicon Valley.
I hope the Almighty is giving me more opportunity and more time also here, because it is a matter of time again also, and some good officers also, because they are very important. We are all visionaries, or we can set certain things. Who has to execute? That is, both everything one can't do. If I can't tell I am only doing this, I am only doing that. There is I am in a position to do a plan. Then who has to execute? Who has to deliver? So this system should be formed well. And we also are in a situation where anybody gets a stone, he'll throw at the other fellow. So that is not the done thing. We need to understand what is right, what is wrong, who is right is also very important.
That thinking is very much
No,
important.
we have to, and it's a mutually, it is all for us, not for anybody else. And things should be more transparent possible. So I keep myself very transparent. You can see me on Facebook live every day. Wherever I go, I am live, almost any program, anything I go, except maybe my house and whatever little area, I don't go live. Otherwise, I am live, I am happy. See, I want people to know. I travel, I make a live from there, I send more. I can't do it. I also need some time to spend with the family and others. So no, at the end of the day, we need good people, and good people can only come when people recognize good people. If good people are not recognized, who is the loser is the people. So that is the difference actually.